Welcome to Hip Hop Movie Club, the show that harmonizes the rhythm of hip hop with the magic of movies. Today we answer this question about the 1993 action crime thriller Judgment Night. Why was the soundtrack so much more important than the film itself? I'm Dino Wright, filmmaker, longtime hip hop fan, and as an obsessive Living Color fan, I own the soundtrack since the day it came out.
I'm JB, 80s and 90s nostalgia junkie, longtime hip hop fan. And after watching this film, I felt like track one of this unique soundtrack. Just another victim.
Yep.
Kid.
Oh, man. All right, I got to get my proposal. All right. That was funny.
Helmet and House of Pain. Yep.
Absolutely. And I'm Boogie, a DJ, a longtime hip hop fan, and I'm fresh off of rocking the cookout on Saturday. I just picked up my payment from the person who organized it, and she had nothing but positive feedback for you, boy. Book 'em, book 'em.
Book that DJ Boogie. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss an episode.
All right, so Judgment Night is a 1993 thriller about four buddies whose guys' night out goes horribly wrong when they witness a murder and end up being chased through the city by Dennis Leary and his gang of killers. The movie itself, pretty forgettable B-movie stuff, with Emilio Estevez and Cuba Gooding Jr. running around just looking terrified for about 90 minutes. But here's the thing. While the film was about as exciting as stale popcorn, the soundtrack was absolutely revolutionary. So sometimes we do these 5 key takeaways with film, but I was like, nah, really nah, nah, not this time. This is one of the ones where you're shaking your head and you're like, can I have that hour and 50 minutes back? Because what did I just watch? Like, what did I just watch? There's some good actors in this one. A really good cast that was kind of wasted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You use my 5 takeaways that I said earlier. Take it away, take it away, take it away, take it away, take it away.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
man.
It was 93, so you're talking about like 4 years after, Boys in the Hood, and you had Cuba Gooding Jr., who was excellent in that, and you had Emilio Estevez, who, as a youngster was in Breakfast Club and all these other movies, and like Jeremy Piven, who went on eventually to Entourage and many other things, and these are good actors. Dennis Leary's had his moments, but
Stephen Dorff's had his moments.
Yeah. And just like, what was this mess? I never felt connected to any of the characters or the storyline. I didn't.
No.
The backstory was very haphazard and just kind of matter of fact. It's like, oh, we see Emilio Estevez has a wife and an infant child, and bye, honey, I'm going on a guy's night out. And then you don't know anything about all the other guys, and this random RV that's all decked out that Jeremy Piven's character just borrows from a dealership, and they're like betting on boxing. They're heading to a boxing match, and then they take a detour and chaos ensues, but just like hard to follow. I literally fell asleep watching it a couple times, but then I tend to watch some of these movies late, but it was just some of these chase scenes just kept dragging and dragging. It's like, they're running, and now, now we're stuck in the van and alleyway, and then, now we're in the sewer, and just like, same thing after the same thing. Dennis Leary's just out there just like cursing them out, and I didn't even know his motive or what he's trying to get at. I mean, he's a bad dude and he's chasing them, but why? I don't know.
Man, the first bad decision they made was going to a boxing match in an RV. Like, that was the whole part. Like, you couldn't go anywhere with the thing. You ended up making a detour off of the highway into the shady exit ramp, and you got pinned in between in the alleyway because it was in a big old RV. Like, had you had regular cars, like, come on, bro. Like, I never had the desire to tailgate at a boxing match. Like, come on.
You're in the Chicago traffic. It's probably like a weekend evening, and it's like, how are you going to maneuver this big RV?
Yeah.
And it's funny, even like the cinematography is like, it was a little bit like cliched or like trite. It was kind of like the Windy City. You see all the wind and stuff blowing all over the place. I was like, I get it. It's the Windy City. Like, there's a lot of wind going on. I'm like, this is the effect that they're going for. It's like, oh yeah, they're in Chicago. And let me drop a line about the Chicago Bears or like I'm just like, this is just, it's not it.
Not it.
It's not working. It's so amateurish. And yeah, I just very repetitive. Just like a big game of hide and seek with Dennis Leary and those guys and the crew.
Hide and seek. That's exactly what it was. An adult game of hide and seek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boring game of hide and seek. But I mean, when people think of this movie, the very first thing they think about is the soundtrack. So there's such a stark disparity between the lack of creativity of the film itself, and the ingenuity of the soundtrack, which, yeah, this amazing soundtrack because it pitted top hip hop acts of the time with top metal and or alternative acts, and it worked really well. So, but I feel like having that element was awesome, but it was so underutilized. Like my favorite part of this movie was the opening scene with the song "Fallen" by De La Soul and Teenage Fan Club, and then they play that again at the end, and I'm like, this is awesome. Like I love the song, but like any of the other songs were just very muted, and they didn't really add.
Yeah, they used about half of the songs.
Yeah, didn't really add to the action, which was again
stilted and
there you go. Yeah,
strangely conceived.
Well said, well stated. Yeah. So,
and I think, as much as I like the song as well, it's a strange choice for it to be the theme for this supposed action movie that's a thriller. Mm-hmm. And this song's very down tempo, almost melancholy.
Yeah,
as like it reminded me of WKRP in Cincinnati. Remember that show?
Yeah.
The theme song is actually not a rock song. It's more like a love ballad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you had, Teenage Fan Club's not like your typical metal band, or they had a very specific sound, but it wasn't like it wasn't gritty. Like you could have used some of any other of the songs in this soundtrack.
You got a song called "Disorder" by Slayer and Ice-T. Right? You got Just Another Victim that I mentioned. That would have been perfect. Helmet House of Pain. I remember when that one came out. That was catchy.
Yeah. Even the title track could have
Judgment Night.
There you go.
Another body murdered.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pick one, but you chose the most, like you said, the most mellow one out of them.
Yeah.
It's just like, who thought of that one?
Mm-hmm.
The Sonic Youth one is pretty down tempo as well, but still, what are you gonna do? So the soundtrack comes about because Eric Schrody, otherwise known as Everlast, gets cast in the movie, and so his manager Happy Walters thinks, oh, there's been this growing fusion of rap and rock, and he has the idea to put these acts together, and boy, does it really work. I mean, I was sold because of Living Colour, but they really did get some really huge acts at the time. And they asked other acts, too. They approached Nirvana, they approached Metallica, but they said no. I mean, this Happy Walters guy was 22 at the time. So they were probably within their rights to say, give us $1 million and then we'll do it.
Right.
I owned the soundtrack also in 93. That was our freshman year, right? Donna, right? And that's like, it was one that you just had to have. If you liked hip hop and if you were into a little bit of the alternative, I like that combination because I started getting into a little bit of some of the alternative sounds at the time. Pearl Jam specifically, I liked. And so Pearl Jam has a song with Cypress Hill called Real Thing. I liked Living Colour. I like some of these guys. I wasn't into the metal, like I wasn't a big Biohazard or Slayer fan. Faith No More, I liked their vibe. So some of these songs, they're really, like they did a great job. It's kind of like chemists, putting these things together and it worked. Mm-hmm. So we had seen the crossover. We talked about on prior episodes when we saw the Run DMC documentaries. They broke the mold with when they had Aerosmith and Run DMC Walk This Way, how that worked so well. And we had seen how Anthrax and Public Enemy, their version of Bring the Noise, that's one of my favorite tracks. I love that. That works so well. And this is a great formula. It's like try to do it, and it worked. And it's very unique, especially for the time, 93. There wasn't a lot of this collaboration. It was, there was a thirst for something like this, and they knocked it out of the park. It was great.
Yeah. no one had done this at this scale, a full length album.
Right. Full album.
So
Right.
we've had a song, and we've had at this point Rage Against the Machine had just come out. They've been around for about 10 months, but they didn't really hit it big until a little later after their album come out in November '92. So there was a movement, and this really capitalized on it, and it really did push the envelope on this. And for better or for worse, it gave us nu metal.
Yeah.
I was lukewarm on it, but it really did change the game.
Yeah, because you see acts like Limp Bizkit, Korn,
Limp Bizkit, yeah.
Linkin Park, where you have elements of both, and they did great.
They had DJs, bands with DJs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they did great on the Billboard charts, and the amount of records they sold and going platinum, and so people had this, again, thirst or this want for this crossover material. So it was genius at the time.
And no one could really predict how well it would work.
Right.
A lot of rock people were not into hip hop or rap at all, and they used to fight about, rap songs only use rock songs in there to make the beats. Rockbox comes out and like, whoa, this sounds different, but it's the same. It's rock sounds, but in a hip hop context. And so there was some trepidation, but can't argue with the results.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all. This still stands. Still stands as a great body of work.
I mean, I still put this record on, especially the Faith No More Booyah Tribe one. I think outside of the Living Color one, of course, it's my favorite one out of all these tracks. They did play together in the studio, and Booyah Tribe plays instruments, so it's not like this was foreign to them, and so they really found some good resonance together.
Yeah, and even to this day, you see Chuck D, who we had the honor of meeting, working with Tom Morello in Prophets of Rage. So you have Rage Against the Machine and Public Enemy, the major components of those groups, still making music. If you look them up right now, they're still touring and putting out great music that combines the genres perfectly. They mesh so well. If you go on to Spotify, look at Prophets of Rage, you'll be like, oh wow, I like this. This is you get the booming voice, you get the guitar, you get
He just posted a pic of them. Yeah. Was it Saturday or Sunday? He just posted something.
Yeah, he went on a tear.
Yeah, he posted a bunch. Yeah, and he posted one with them.
I saw that too.
Yeah. He was going down the line. I was like, okay, Chuck, got some time today.
Yeah, he did.
You know, Morello is a Harvard grad, I believe.
But yeah, he went to Harvard.
I knew you would know that as a big Rage fan back in the day. But his intelligence and Chuck D's intelligence, you have these brilliant minds and the booming voices and the musical talent. I mean, that's just a marriage made in heaven. Yeah. So I would implore you to take a listen to Prophets of Rage.
Be Real said that without having done this Judgment Night soundtrack, he wasn't sure that Prophets of Rage would have worked. So that gave him a lot of confidence. You think if that guy needs any confidence, but he has cited the Judgment Night experience as being a foundation for Prophets of Rage.
Yeah.
Man.
The best concert I've been to in the last 10 years, maybe, was seeing Rage Against the Machine at Madison Square Garden. Phenomenal show.
I can imagine.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I can imagine.
Yeah. Man.
So that's the most redeeming quality of this film, because there's not much to talk about with the movie itself.
Not really.
But if you look at the collaborations on this one, I'll read them off quickly. Helmet and House of Pain. We mentioned Teenage Fan Club and De La Soul. Dino writes Living Color and Run DMC. Biohazard with Slayer and Ice-T. Faith No More and Booyah Tribe, you mentioned. Sonic Youth was with Cypress Hill. Mudhoney and Sir Mix-a-Lot. Dinosaur Jr. and Del the Funky Homo Sapien. Therapy and Fatal. And
Fatal.
Pearl Jam and Cypress Hill. So Cypress Hill had 2 tracks on this one. But there's great pairings.
You could put the movie on mute and then play the soundtrack in the back. Just listen to the soundtrack.
Okay. That's a much better idea.
That is a brilliant idea. Yeah, they should do that idea on one of these TV channels, or like that would be an interesting concept, especially a movie that you want to mute, where it's like it's not giving you, it's not a lot of redeeming quality for the content and the plot and the dialogue. Just play the thing and just loop it a couple times because I like that. You're onto something there, Boogie. You're onto something.
There's our solid recommendation.
There you go.
You know what's funny is like you pair these groups together. It's like I wonder. I'm sure with AI these days, you could probably come up with pairings like this. Like
yeah.
You see it all the time in the Facebook feed.
Oh, you see, yeah.
Yeah, there I ruined it. Does it all the time.
There I ruined it. Yeah, they actually do the combine. But I think of like, what if you would say, who would go best with this one? Like, I'm going to throw a random name out there. It's like Belinda Carlisle with with Robert Plant with Onyx. Like, what would that sound like? And not that you blend them, but like, what if they did a track together where they had their own parts or something, and they did? It was like, whoa, that's kind of crazy. You know how like have a meal and it says, okay, this type of wine would go with this meal. Like if you could, if you could have something seek out the types of rhythms and sounds that would sync up nicely with another one based on the melody and the sounds and the instruments and vocals and whatever.
I recommend the 1997 vintage of Helmet.
Yeah,
to go with this.
Yeah, you know who tried to do that? And I was just talking about this with somebody the other day. Was that Collision Course, Jay-Z and Linkin Park collabo?
Oh yeah,
because there was some of the songs where he's spitting his regular lyrics over their beats and vice versa.
Yeah, so that works perfect. Like the numb encore is just perfect. Like that is a great collaboration. Like I love that combination with Linkin Park and Jay-Z. But if you like Q-Tip and Fleetwood Mac or something like that, like if you like, listen, one of my favorite vocalists of all time is Sting from The Police, and he's got a lot of like reggae feel to his sound. So if you find like, what if he collaborated with like Michael Franti or somebody like that, or like a Jack Johnson vibe where it's like really chill, and I'm like, oh, that would be a pretty good pairing. Like, what if we get those guys together or something? That would kind of be interesting to hear. Like, who would you like to see collab from the two different genres? That would be an interesting concept.
Put it in the comments, yo.
Yeah, put it in the comments. That's it. Drop a comment of who would you like to see collaboration. See if you can make it happen. As we said, the redeeming quality for this film is the soundtrack. If you haven't heard it, find it out on your streaming service and check out some of those collabs.
Oh, look at that!
I'm holding it up.
Yeah.
Still have the CD.
Nice.
Yeah, I gotta go digging again because I know I got somewhere in my museum of wax. I have a few of the singles.
Museum of wax. I love it.
Oh man.
I gotta go crate diving in my own room.
There you go. Shop your own closet.
Yeah.
Seriously. Judgment Night.
Yeah. I did a letterbox review on this one. It wasn't good. Half a star for the film itself. But soundtrack's up there. The soundtrack actually hit number 17 on the Billboard 100. So it was all the rage, all the buzz back then, 93.
Biohazard and Onyx are on tour currently.
Oh,
I'm thinking about going. So
I wonder if they do the track on this track together. Maybe.
Let's see.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Nice.
I got to give a quick shout out to my man Michael DiLorenzo. Played Teddy.
Teddy.
He was the
first victim.
First victim, but he was on my show New York Undercover, and I was like, that was my man.
Okay,
right there. Yeah. That's my man right there. So he went on to not be a victim.
Yeah.
Actually, he did become a victim towards the end of the season when they blew him up. But that's besides the point. But he lasted quite a few seasons.
For those of you who remember, one of the henchmen, Sykes, is played by Peter Green, who was Zed in Pulp Fiction.
Oh.
And so after he dies in the movie, I was like, Zed's dead, baby. Zed's dead.
I love that line. No, wow. Yeah, I don't think we need to go around the room and do the rating. I think it's unanimous for the leave the
We're in
film in the
agreement.
vault, but leave that
Yes.
soundtrack out and prominently displayed
Yeah.
as Dynamite did, and play it.
Yes.
For those collabs.
Play loud.
Yeah, play it loud. For sure. Got lasting
right.
power.
Thanks for tuning in to the Hip Hop Movie Club show. If you enjoyed this episode, please tell a friend about it. Join us on Saturday, October 4th at the Frank Banco Alehouse Cinemas at Steel Stacks in Bethlehem, PA, as the Hip Hop Movie Club teams up with the first Saturday horror series and the hosts of the How Could You podcast for a special screening of Tales from the Hood. You will not want to miss this spooktacular event. Check out our full live event schedule and lots more on our website, hiphopmovieclub.com.
And remember, don't hate, ventilate.
Hey.
Windows open time, almost fall.
Yes.
Get that air. Right on.